Hi everybody, Steve here from UK NFL Endzone, and I must first of all apologise for the length of time that it has taken to get this video out. Unfortunately, after the whooping the San Francisco 49ers gave the New England Patriots last week, I've been in a cocoon of sorrow, not to mention quite a lot of disbelief. Even though I had said my viewpoint was that the San Francisco 49ers were going to pull this one off, I thought it was going to be a little bit closer than the absolute trouncing that we took, losing 33-6. Not only that, but to do that on your home turf is even more powerful and more painful. I've got to be fair. Let's move on to the matchup, which was the San Francisco 49ers at the New England Patriots. Oh, what can really be said about this horrific game that I had to sit through and watch the entirety of for 4 quarters? One thing could be said, it was quite a quick game compared to some that were happening. It didn't start all that badly, however.
Garoppolo down the middle, too high, and he's intercepted by McCourty. Devin McCourty sidesteps one tackler.
In the first quarter, the only other positive was that of Lawrence Guy actually managing to get to Jimmy G before he was able to throw the ball. So the 49ers seem to be averaging 7.4 yards per play, while the Patriots back in the bleachers still with only 4.9. One area that couldn't get going was, well, pretty much anything to do with the Patriots. 4 interceptions came their way, and unfortunately the defense just could not stop Jimmy G and the boys. One name that not everyone may be familiar with is someone that the Patriots have lost in the off-season, just before the 2020 season kicked off. No, I'm not talking about Tom Brady. I think everyone's heard about him. Even people that don't like the NFL seem to know who Tom Brady and Giselle are. However, the person that I'm talking about is a gentleman called Dante Scarnecchia. Now, this guy, if you are a long-term Patriots fan, will know, has been with the team for a record 34 years. He's been in the NFL for 36, however, loves New England. Now, this gentleman actually did retire once before, but unfortunately for him, the offensive line played so badly during the 2013 to 2016 period that he actually came back in 2016 to take up his old place. Let's not kid ourselves. The only reason that the Patriots are losing is Dante Scarnecchia? I think not. However, the offensive line is a huge tool for the New England Patriots. If you can't get the O-line going in the offense, the defense are having to play for a hell of a lot longer, and that's giving the opportunity back to the other side quarterback, the person that's paid the big bucks, to be able to drive down the field continuously and let's get this right, score touchdowns, not field goals.
Cardona snaps it to Bailey, and
I think it's that. Just another monster of pride.
Vault from 41, and he's 2 for 2 in the game.
Sadly, Brandon Copeland has now gone down with an injury and will not be playing with the New England Patriots for the rest of the season. So with another player going down on that defense, the question is going to have to be, how are the Patriots going to be able to pull this together for the rest of the 2020 season? Not only that, but try and figure something out with the offense and Josh McDaniels to make sure that we can start actually putting some points on the board so our defense has something that they can play with. So looking at the stats, there are some alarming questions that still need to be asked. First of all, how on earth can we continue to go on a second week where the opposition hasn't even needed to punt the ball away until the 4th quarter? On top of that, it can be seen how difficult the Patriots are finding to score this season. 6 games down and 0 points scored. So for Bill Belichick, this actually also not only gives him a loss on the season, but also his second worst loss since he's been at the Patriots.